All of a sudden, my phone was ringing over and over again. So I jumped out of my sleep, eyes barely open, and I looked at my phone, and it was my cousin calling me. So I picked it up and I said, "Hey Adam, is everything okay?" He replied, "Shiran, I know how much you love your sleep in the morning, but before I move back home, this is your last chance to catch a wave and go surfing with me." Seriously? I thought something was wrong. He scared me out of my sleep. So, with my eyes barely open, I slept walked to the window and saw that it was still super dark outside and the sun was probably more asleep than I was. But I decided, you know what, this might be my only chance. So, I looked at my pillows the way I would want a man to look at me and I said, "I'm sorry, my love. Don't you worry. I'll be back soon." 20 something minutes later, we strapped on his surfboard into his SUV and we got to the beach. When we got there, the scent of the ocean smelled so strong and the yellow sun started to rise, but the waters were still dark as night. And I was still scared to get in, so I told him I'm just going to take a quick nap and I'll be right in when the sun rises all the way up. He said, "You know what, do what you want, but this is a perfect time if you want to go surfing because the water is still flat and it's great for beginners." So I said, "You know what, let's just do it." I got in, he told me he's going to demonstrate once and just stand here and watch him, and then after he shows me one time, I'll do it myself and try it for myself. So he laid it down on his stomach, put his hands on the board, and he said, "Watch me this one time when the wave comes." So the wave was finally coming. He goes, "Ready, ready, watch." So I turned my head to watch him, and boom! Diagonally across my face, the surfboard slipped right under him and hit me right across the face. Blood was gushing from my cheek, out of my lip. All of a sudden, this massive headache comes rushing through my head. I didn't know what was going on. All I could feel is this pounding headache. I turned to my cousin and he was freaking out. He's like, "I'm sorry, Shiran. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay?" He kept apologizing, seeing if I was okay. And he was like, "I'm so sorry. I heard that. I heard that." And when I was finally able to speak again, he told me he couldn't believe I wasn't crying. And I sarcastically said, "I think you knocked the tears right out of me." So we got out of the water. I went to lay down and finally got that initial nap I wanted, just under a little bit of different circumstances this time. I woke up about an hour or two later and I told him, "You know, Adam, I don't know if the sun beaming on me is making me say this, or maybe you knocked not just the tears out of me, but the right sense out of me, but I'm gonna give surfing one more try. And if I get it, I get it, and if I don't, I don't." And so either way, the ocean is a healer, so I had to go back in and wash my face, get the blood all over my face. So I got in and I said, "Shiran, one time, it's either now or never. This is your chance." So I tried to remember everything he taught me before I got knocked out. And so I got into the board, I laid on my stomach, I put my hands the way he showed me, and I saw my wave and I said, "This is it. This is my wave." So I got on, I hopped on, and right on time, I caught the wave. It took me all the way to the shore, and I couldn't believe that I got my first wave on my first try. Maybe it was beginner's luck, but you know what? I didn't give up. I went back in, and although there was still dried blood on my face, I walked out of the water like a wounded soldier walking out of battle, but with a smile on my face this time. We got back in the car and he drove me home, and my cousin dropped me off and he said, "Shiran, I don't know if you deserve more kudos for the fact that you didn't cry when you got hit so hard, or the fact that you caught your actual first wave even after you got hit." Before I got out of the car and closed the door, I turned around and I told him, "Adam, life is like an ocean. It comes in waves, so you might as well enjoy the ride."